Inhale, lift the arms, join the palms. Exhale to take them down through the heart center. The left hand on the right knee, the right behind. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to turn over the shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. And coming back to center, inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale to take them down. The right hand comes onto the left knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to turn. Trying to facilitate that turn from the abdominals rather than from the neck. And coming back to the front of the room, taking the arms in front, we'll take some wrist rolls, warming up the wrist joints, making sure to go in both directions. Coming into a tabletop position, making sure the shoulders are above the wrists and the knees underneath the hips, creating space between the fingertips. We'll start by going through some cat and cows. Inhale to lift the chest forwards, gazing to the front of the room. Exhale, tucking the tailbone, sending the back of the spine towards the ceiling, the chin towards the chest. Inhale to come up, grounding through the hands. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding through the upper back. Inhale to come forwards. And exhale, chin to chest. Going through a few more rounds of this movement at the rate of your own breath. Extending the right leg behind, pushing the heel towards the back of the room. Feeling that engagement in the leg then. Lifting the right leg up, pointing the toe. The opposite arm, the left arm, comes in front. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee meets. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take it under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hand and knee come back down to the mat. The left leg extends, sending the heel towards the back of the room, then lifting it to hip height. The right arm comes in front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, tuck it under. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Lengthening again once more before hand and knee meet the mat. Lifting the right arm up to the ceiling and threading it through, the right shoulder comes down towards the ground as we thread the needle. Staying here or lifting the left arm up and around the back, tucking into the inner thigh as we open out through the upper back. Breathing deeply. Taking the left hand, grounding through, coming back to tabletop. Inhale to lift the left arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it through, left shoulder down to the ground. Staying here, or the right arm comes up and around the back, coming in towards the left thigh. Right arm comes back, pushing to tabletop position. Moving the hands forward, we'll come into a plank pose. Sucking the navel in towards the spine and keeping the hips low, gazing towards the ground. Breathing deeply. Noticing the warmth in the body that creates. And then on the next exhale, pushing the hips back, coming to downward facing dog. Lifting up one heel at a time as we warm up the lower body. Feel free to take some small movements here, maybe sending the hips from side to side. Lifting the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right leg comes in, the foot in between the palms. The left knee comes down as we untuck the left toes. Inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale, left arm in front, right behind, coming into an easy twist. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, place the hands down, frame the right foot. The right foot steps back, the knees join. Exhale to take the chest down to the mat. Placing the hands at shoulder level, pressing the feet in. Inhale to lift the chest open, coming into cobra pose. Exhale, take the left cheek down to the mat. Breathing. Placing the forehead onto the mat. Inhale, lift the head up. There should be little to no weight in the hands here, so see if you can lift them up. Exhale to come down, the right cheek onto the mat to even out the stretch in the neck. Placing the hands onto the ground, pushing back to a tabletop position through to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. The left foot comes in between the palms. The right knee comes down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, right arm in front, left behind. Easy twist. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, take the hands down. The left foot steps back. Exhale, coming down towards the ground. Taking the left cheek to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Tucking the elbows in. Exhale, take the head down. Inhale, looking over the left shoulder to lift. And exhale to come down. Pushing back through tabletop position, coming into downward facing dog. Walking the feet up to meet the hands as slowly as you like. And keeping the feet at hip distance, folding forwards will melt the stomach onto the thighs, hugging at the elbows and swaying from side to side in our ragdoll position. Keeping a generous bend in the knees as we stand to Tadasana, our standing pose. Placing the feet together, lifting the kneecaps up and engaging the quads, sucking the navel in towards the spine and drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, lift the arms up, join the palms. Exhale, folding forwards, option of keeping the knees bent here. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long, gaze towards the ground. Exhale, the right foot steps back, followed by the left. Take the knees down to the ground, along with the chest. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, push back through tabletop to downward facing dog. We'll take a few deep breaths here. And setting your foundation for downward facing dog, making sure the hands are at shoulder distance, the feet at hip distance, the spine is long. The right foot comes in between the palms, the left one follows, halfway lift. And exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lifting up, join the palms, gaze towards the thumbs if the neck allows. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift the arms up, join the palms. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is long. Exhale, take it back to a high plank position. Lower the knees, take the chest down towards the ground. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, push back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply. Releasing any tension from the neck. The right foot steps in between the palms, the left one follows, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lift the arms up, join the palms. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step it back to high plank. Lower the knees, take the chest down to the ground, keeping the spine long. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, push back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Breathing through the nose and checking in with the body, noticing how it feels now. Right foot steps in between the palms, left one follows, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lifting up, standing strong, palms join. Exhale, hands come down. Standing at the top of the mat, inhale, lifting the arms up, the right knee comes strong in towards the chest. Keeping a micro bend into the left standing leg. Exhale, the chest and the right leg extends back, coming into warrior three. Inhale, lifting the arms and the knee up, using the breath to guide you there. Exhale, chest comes forward, leg extends. Going through that one more time. Inhale to come up. Exhale to extend, staying strong, using control and balance. Inhale to lengthen here. Exhale, right leg steps back. Lifting the arms up, we come into crescent lunge. So making sure the left knee is above the ankle, the hips are squared towards the short edge of the mat. Lengthening through, the right arm comes down and we windmill the arms. Taking the back foot flat, the arms come down into a warrior two position. Just checking your heels are in line. The arms are engaged at shoulder level. Inhale, lifting the arms up, straightening the leg. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, warrior two. Exhale, come down, warrior two. Imagining you have a paintbrush. Inhale, lifting the left arm up, reverse warrior, gazing towards the back foot. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh, right arm up and over, coming to the front of the room. Inhale to lengthen here. Exhale, making a big circle with that right arm. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to circle. Lengthening and rotating the arm, keeping the chest open. The hands meet the mat, framing the left foot. Lifting the left arm up, coming into a twist. Exhale, take that left hand down. Step the feet back to a high plank. Take the knees and the chest down towards the ground. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, push back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Checking in with the breath here. Stepping the right foot towards the front of the mat, halfway lift, and exhale to fold forwards. Inhale, lifting the arms up, join the palms. Exhale, hands come down. Grounding through the right foot this time. Take an inhale to lift the arms, the left leg comes up towards the chest. Exhale, extending the left leg back, the chest comes forward, warrior three. Inhale, slowly with control, lifting the leg and the arms up. Exhale to send them back. Do that once more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to take it back. Holding here, breathing in. Before exhale, the left leg steps back. We lift the arms, coming into crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthening through the arms. And exhale, windmilling the arms down, opposite arm to the front leg. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, take the back foot flat. The arms come down to warrior two. Inhale, lift the arms, join the palms, straighten that front leg. Exhale, take it down, warrior two. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, join the palms. Exhale, lower. Imagining you have that paintbrush again, lifting up, reverse warrior with the right arm up and over, feeling the stretch in the side body. Exhale, right forearm to the knee, left arm up and over. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to circle, rotating the arm. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to circle. Once more, inhale, lengthen, exhale, circle. Then windmilling the arms down, the hands frame the right foot. The right arm comes up, easy twist. Exhale to take it down. Stepping back to high plank, lower the knees, take the chest down to the ground. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, push back, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg comes into the sky. Exhale to take it through to the hands, dropping the left knee down and untucking the toes. So we're coming into a low lunge here. Inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale to take them behind, coming into a cactus position, opening out through the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, take the hips back, straightening the right leg and flexing the right toes, coming into a half Hanuman split here. And then folding forwards. This can feel quite intense for some people, so just taking as much time as you need to settle into the position. Keeping the spine long. And we're still using and engaging the core here as we're balancing onto that leg. Taking the hands down, we'll come into a lizard pose. You can keep the knee onto the ground here, or keep the knee lifted, using a bit more activation through the legs in this position. You can also take the right hand to open out through the hips, or you could come onto the forearms depending on how open you're feeling that day. We'll take a few deep breaths here. It can be nice to close over the eyes and relax the head down. And using the breath to sink lower into the hips. Coming back onto the hands if needed. Taking the knee down and extending the left leg out and taking the right foot in towards the sitting bones. We'll come into a side stretch. So lifting the right arm up, keeping the chest open. And taking the hands towards the front of the mat, coming back to a high plank position, lowering the knees, take the chest down towards the ground. Inhale, come into a low cobra. Exhale, push your tabletop, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And exhale to take that left foot in between the palms, dropping the right knee down towards the ground, untuck the toes. We'll come into a low lunge on the other side. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Exhale to take them back for cactus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift once more. Exhale, taking the hips back, straightening the front leg and flexing the left toes towards the body. So coming upright if this is where you feel comfortable, or folding forwards if you're feeling open. Also got the option of taking a bend into that front leg here. And using the breath to soften through the face and the shoulders. Coming forwards onto that left leg, coming into lizard pose, option of keeping the knee down or lifting the knee up for a more active position. Again, using the left hand onto the left leg to open out through the hips is always available for you. Or coming onto the forearms, closing over the eyes. And wherever you are, just taking a few deep breaths to settle into the position. And checking into the breath. Noticing any differences between this side compared to the right side. Whenever you are, just opening the eyes here, coming up onto the hands. Then we'll start to extend that right leg out, taking the left heel in towards the sitting bones, coming over onto the right side, feeling a stretch in the side of the body here. And taking the hands towards the front of the mat, coming back to a high plank position, lowering the knees, take the chest down towards the ground. Inhale, come into a low cobra. Exhale, push through tabletop, downward facing dog. Taking the knees down, we'll move into puppy pose, extending the arms in front. Taking the forehead onto the mat, keeping the hips lifted, and breathing into this stretch you'll feel in the shoulders. Got the option of coming onto fingertips to intensify that stretch. Using the breath here to soften the upper body down towards the ground. Coming onto our front body, we'll go through some cobra rolls, placing the forehead onto the mat, the hands at shoulder level. Inhale, lift and looking over the right shoulder. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift over the left shoulder. Exhale to come down. And once more on each side. So using the strength of the lower back here, little to no weight into the hands. Pushing up through tabletop. And we'll come into child's pose for a moment, Balasana, placing the forehead onto the ground, the arms alongside the body. Taking a few deep breaths, breathing into the space we've created into the back. And then we'll start to come into bridge pose, so lying down onto our backs, bending the knees. Just taking a moment to check your alignment. Your feet should be at hip distance, ankles underneath the knees. When you're ready, inhale, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. If you're able to, rolling the shoulders underneath, interlacing the fingers behind the back and pressing into the forearms. In this position, please do not move your neck from side to side. Imagine that you're squeezing a block between the thighs to engage the glutes. With every in-breath, lifting the chest towards the ceiling. To release, placing the hands down to act as brakes and slowly taking the hips down towards the mat, taking the knees into touch to neutralize the spine. Breathing deeply here. Coming into that position one more time. On the next inhale, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling, interlacing the fingers behind the back, pressing into the arms. This is our bridge pose, a wonderful position for opening out through the chest. Releasing, taking the hands down, slowly the hips come down towards the mat, the knees into touch. You can place the hands away from the body or onto the belly if you like to feel the breath. And then taking the knees in towards the body, give yourself a little hug, maybe sway from side to side to counterpose the back bend. Taking the right ankle on top of the left thigh, coming into a full position, interlacing the fingers on top of the knee. This is our reclined pigeon pose, bringing the knee in towards the chest with every in-breath. It's a wonderful pose for opening out the hips. It can be done in the morning, on the bed, or maybe in front of the television in the evening. It's very accessible for everyone. Making sure to flex the right foot to protect the knee joint. And then crossing the legs over, taking them to the right side, coming into a twisted roots position. It's a wonderful spinal twist. The arms out to shoulder level. You can gaze over towards the left shoulder to intensify that position there. And coming back to a centered position. Coming into our all fours, our reclined pigeon on the other side. The left ankle comes on top of the right thigh, interlacing the fingers on top of the knee, making sure to flex that left foot. And drawing the knee closer in towards the body to open out through the hips. Crossing the knees, coming into our twisted roots, the arms out to shoulder level, legs over towards the left side and gazing over the right shoulder. And trying to see whether you're able to keep both shoulder blades onto the ground as you twist through the spine. Lifting the knees back up, giving yourself a little hug, maybe coming into happy baby here. I like to roll the ankles. You might like to rock a bit from side to side, just releasing any tension. And then we'll make our way into our Shavasana, placing the heels towards the corners of the mat, the arms away from the body facing up. Closing over the eyes. And letting the body really sink into the mat here. Let the hips be heavy. The shoulder blades melt down towards the back. And feeling the back of your head weighing like a stone into the ground. Releasing any tension you might be holding into the forehead, the eyebrows, the cheeks, and the jaw. Allowing yourself to be still here in our Shavasana. Maybe saying a few words of gratitude for yourself today, to give yourself the time to connect to your body and your breath. A little thank you to your body for all that it is able to achieve in today's class and for what it does for you every day without you even realizing. When you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers and toes, lift the arms up over the head for a big stretch. Coming over to the left or right side, bending the knees and elbows. And slowly coming up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Take care.